Hey guys, what is up? It is Mr. Rayguns here, bringing you guys another video, and today I got a bit of a lengthy video, longer than what you guys are used to, but today I'm ranking every single Call of Duty in this decade. I've seen a lot of lists on Twitter, I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube of people ranking all these, so I figured I'd give my opinion, rank every single Call of Duty of the past decade, from worst to best, and I have an entire list written down of things to talk about in these games and my official list, so let's get right into it. So there's going to be 11 games on this list because I'm actually counting Modern Warfare Remastered. While yes, technically Modern Warfare COD 4 was made in 2007, they still made a Call of Duty experience out of it in 2016 to 2017, so I'm going to count it on this list. Anyway, just getting straight into it. At number 11, the worst Call of Duty of the past decade for me, Infinite Warfare. Now, when I'm talking about Infinite Warfare, I'll give it this. Like, it was the third in a jetpack series. It already started development before I think Black Ops 3 was out. We were tired of jetpacks at this point, but that doesn't excuse some of the terrible things in this game. IW is the worst jetpack game, in my opinion. It has the most forgettable maps of the series. Can you name 5 maps off the top of your head from that game? I don't think so. Now, I have heard it has a good campaign, but personally, I didn't really care for the campaign in that game. I think it has bad zombies. It has one good map. It's Spaceland. I think Spaceland is a great map. Other than that, don't really like the zombies in it. And it had a decent supply drop system, but I mean, supply drops are an automatic L for any Call of Duty game. But it had a decent system, you know, that's what I heard from it, but either way, it still had supply drops. It's bad. So number 10 is Advanced Warfare. And Advanced Warfare, man, look, the gameplay, when you get a good lobby of Advanced Warfare, it is so fun, but it has done some terrible things. Let me just list the things that it introduced. It introduced jetpacks into Call of Duty, which is bad. It introduced supply drops into Call of Duty, and it was the worst supply drop system out of all of them, in my opinion. Or, it was close to the worst. I think it's really bad. It's neck and neck with like Black Ops 3 and the beginning of Black Ops 4. And it was skill-based matchmaking. Like, just terrible skill-based matchmaking. It's bad, man. It was really bad in Advanced Warfare. And on top of that, the game was just unfair, man. When you encounter an Obsidian Steed Bow, someone has an advantage over you just because they paid more money for the game. It's not because they earned it, they played it more than you, you know, they earned it through challenges. No, they got a DLC variant that made their gun better than yours, and you lost because they spent more money than you. And it had bad zombies. Let's be real, Advanced Warfare zombies, Exo Zombies was bad, was not good. So, at number 9, coming in at number 9, man, we got Ghost. Now, I feel bad for Ghost because, again, it had bad timing. It came out right after Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 2 was one of the most well-received Call of Duty games of all time. It might be the most well-received Call of Duty game of all time. But Ghost, man, it had some really bad decisions in it. Let's get this out of the way. It has some really bad maps. I mean, there's Stonehaven, there's like Flooded. It's got some bad map design in that game. I just don't understand some of the choices they made when designing these maps. It has decent guns. You know, you had guns like the MTAR, the Vesper. You know, it had some decent guns in the game, so it had that going for it. And it had really bad score streaks, or kill streaks rather. This is before the score streak era, but it had bad kill streaks. Okay, you just take away the UAV and give us a SATCOM, which was bad. The best kill streaks in the game just weren't good. It wasn't worth it. I don't understand. Ghost did have a great campaign, though. I mean, people still talk about the campaign to this day. They want a Ghost 2 just to pick up on the cliffhanger that they left us in. But, you know, it had a great campaign. It had the best DLC experience out of any COD, in my opinion. It had field orders that would give you special kill streaks that went with the map, like Michael Myers or Predator, and the kill streaks, or not the kill streaks, I'm sorry, but the DLC was amazing in this game. It was fantastic. You got rewarded for actually having the season pass, and it was nice for once. It had really good DLC, and it had a good extinction mode. You know, the last word on Ghost, it had a good extinction mode. Extinction was fun. I enjoyed it. You know, a lot of people think it's pretty forgettable, but I liked it. So, moving on from Ghost, at number 8 on the list, pains me to put it here, but it's Modern Warfare 2019. This game is the most frustrating Call of Duty game of all time, and I will get into why, because I got so many things listed about this. So, I will say this, amazing campaign. The campaign in this Call of Duty is the best Call of Duty campaign we've seen in years. in my opinion. It is a fantastic campaign, great story, love seeing Price come back, and overall campaign was amazing. But the campaign doesn't hold as much weight to me as the multiplayer does, so let's just get into it, man. Bad Spec Ops, like, I'm talking really bad Spec Ops. It's broken. The multiplayer is broken as fuck. It's like on levels of Modern Warfare 2 broken, except the difference is they update this game like every 2 weeks, and it's still terrible and trash when it comes to just how unstable this multiplayer is. Some of the challenges don't work in the officer ranks, so many glitches, broken as fuck things, terrible spawns. I mean, shipment gameplay, you guys are seeing the gameplay. The spawns and shipment are the worst thing in the world. It has some good guns, you know, it has some good guns, I'll give it that. The gun customization is probably the highlight of the multiplayer, you know, with the whole gunsmith thing. It's pretty good, in my opinion, but it has the worst maps of all time in Call of Duty. It has the worst maps. There's literally 3 maps on this game that I enjoy playing, that I actually have fun on. I guess 4, because I like Crash and Vacant, and I like Shoot House. Shipment is just not a fun experience. It's so annoying. It can be fun, but it's annoying. And I like Gun Runner. I think, you know, I'll give Hackney Yard a little bit of a break. But overall, worst maps of all time in Call of Duty. It has good kill streaks. The kill streaks in this game are good in my opinion. It's kind of saving the game for me. But it has a really bad skill-based matchmaking system, and the minimap changes where they acknowledge that the community wants the minimap to change, but they're not going to change it because that's not how they want it to be. But anyway, I'm getting off Modern Warfare, man. I just can't stay on this. I'm going to get frustrated talking about this game. Number 7 on our list, Black Ops 4. Now, Black Ops 4 kind of got the World War II treatment, except it took a little longer. So, from the first, like, 10 months of this game, it is so frustrating. The game has some good stuff to it. You know, Blackout was the best thing that Call of Duty's done in years. You know, Blackout was actually done really well in that game. And the multiplayer, honestly, is fun. The multiplayer is fun. I enjoy playing it. When things are going your way, it's actually really fun. It's fun multiplayer overall, you know, if we're excluding the supply drops. We're going to have to get into that, though. It had the worst supply drop system of all time. It was so greedy, so money hungry. The battle passes were good at the beginning of the year, and then they stopped caring about the battle passes and stopped caring about the community. And the game overall is just broken. It is a broken experience, and it's very frustrating because Black Ops 4, if they fixed a couple little things, it would have been really good. But I will say, you know, Zombies is like, You know, I don't care for the Chaos story, and I really like the Ether story, but there's some good Chaos maps, some bad Chaos maps, some good Ether maps, and some bad Ether maps. So, I'm just going to stop on BO4 because I know my man Zazu enjoys it, so I don't want to tear into it. But coming in at number 6 is Black Ops 3. Now, Black Ops 3 is the best jetpack game. I'm going to get that out of the way. It is easily the best jetpack game. I think everybody can agree on that. The multiplayer was fun at first, but near the end, man, when they added all those DLC weapons, I just don't understand the decision-making behind that. It was the best jetpack game, and I think the one thing Black Ops 3 really had going for it, it's the best game for zombies. You had mod tools on PC, and on console, goddamn, man. Just goddamn. And, you know, Black Ops 3, like I said, best zombies of all time. Great maps. Zombies Chronicles was amazing, so that's the thing I think it had going for it. It had probably one of the worst supply drop systems of all time down there at Black Ops 4, and it had a really bad campaign. Let's be honest, the campaign in Black Ops 3 was extremely forgettable. But moving on from Black Ops 3, I will just say Black Ops 3 is a fine game. No big issues. Now, we're in the top 5 now, and this is actually starting to get to the good Call of Duty games, you know, the ones I actually enjoyed. So, World War II. World War II is so like sad, because on launch it was awful, but the overhaul 6 months later was amazing. World War II had the best supply drop system. Supply drops are still an L, but it had the best system for it. It has maps, you know, not great, not terrible. Shipment was probably the only thing people played once it got added. You know, that was really fun. Shipment on that was Controlled Chaos. Had a good campaign and bad zombies, in my opinion. The zombies in that game was bad, you know. Wustlings were so annoying. And the only map I really enjoyed is the Final Reich and Grosjenhaz, I think is how you pronounce it, but I'm not sure. But once they overhauled the game, man, it got so much better. But coming to the top 4, these are the classic Call of Duties. I just got a big smile on my face looking at the number 4 pick, because while this game is so frustrating, I have some great memories on this game, and I know my boy Wacko and Stidman will love this pick. But coming in at number 4, we have Modern Warfare 3, man. And I just smiled at looking at this game. Modern Warfare 3, man, solid maps all around. The only bad ones I can think of off the top of my head are like Interchange and Black Box, the DLC map, but nobody played that. But, you know, it had great kill streaks aside from the support streaks. You know, support streaks gotta go, man. That's one of the most BS things in Call of Duty history, that you can literally get a stealth bomber for going 18 and 40 in the game. It's just insane. But it has really good guns, and face-off is something that I wanted to come back, and it kind of did in Modern Warfare 2019 with gunfight, but, you know, face-off also had 1v1s and 3v3s and 2v2s, so, you know, Modern Warfare 3 did that fantastically. It has the best Spec Ops of all time, Modern Warfare 3. Stars system, grinding for the stars, and everything about Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops is good. It has its own ranking system. I wish there was prestiging, but, you know, I'm not going to demonize it for not having prestiges and that, but, you know, it had the best Spec Ops of all time. It had a good campaign. It was a nice wrap-up to the Modern Warfare series. I thought it was pretty good. But moving into the top 3, Modern Warfare Remastered, man. Modern Warfare Remastered is a remaster done right, except for one crucial mistake, and that is supply drops. Aside from the supply drops, it's Modern Warfare, and it's done amazing. Modern Warfare has the best maps of all time. Hands down, in my opinion, the greatest Call of Duty maps of all time came from Modern Warfare, and you know they're Modern Warfare Remastered. At first we didn't get them, but then they gave them all back to us when they realized what was all going on. Raven Software handled this game for the most part, and they took some big dubs with this game. They added game modes like Hardpoint, Kill Confirm, Prop Hunt, Weekend Warfare, Double XP Weekends. I played this so much when it came out. I loved Modern Warfare Remastered. Great game, a lot of fun. And, you know, the supply drops were a decent system, and I think one of the most underrated things that I like about it, that I miss in Call of Duty, is the 3-5-7 kill streaks. Now, Black Ops 1 had a game mode where it was classic, right? It was a classic game mode, and you could have 3-5-7 kill streaks, UAV, airstrike, and helicopter. And it was just really fun in Modern Warfare, in my opinion. But now, into the top 2, if you guys, I mean, you guys already know mathematically which ones they are. But number 2, I'm going to give it to Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 is so classic. I have so many memories on this game. And it's sad that the game that came out in 2010 at the start of this decade is number 2 on this list. But, you know, Call of Duty has just been a little downhill. I'm very downhill in some cases. But Black Ops 1, man, great multiplayer maps all around. Fantastic maps. So iconic. Great kill streaks all around. The kill streaks were devastating. Chopper gunners, dogs. I think it was the first game that introduced the Blackbird or the advanced UAV in other games. And, you know, the gun selection, while it was a little you know, some guns were very forgettable, but other guns like the Galil, the AK-74U, AK-47, Commando, L96, you know, it had some great gun choices in there as well. It has a really great campaign and really great zombies. You know, zombies in World at War was really fun, but, you know, Black Ops 1 did the smart thing and brought the World at War maps back through a map pack, and it was fun, you know. Black Ops 1 Zombies campaign and multiplayer all around, great game. Have to give it a 9 out of 10. You know, the original Black Ops, just fantastic. But now, the best Call of Duty of the past decade, in my opinion, it's Black Ops 2, man. How do you beat Black Ops 2? Black Ops 2 has amazing multiplayer. It's probably the best multiplayer of the series, honestly. Great maps. I think it has the edge over Black Ops 1 in maps. Like, if we're just talking about maps, man, there's like one bad map on that game that I could think of that everybody hated, Aftermath. I know a lot of people hated Drone. I didn't really mind Drone that much, but that was just me. Great kill streaks or score streaks. I think this might have been the game that introduced score streaks. Either way, great score streaks. Very punishing for the players who weren't earning it. The game rewarded you off skill. It was fantastic. Great gun selection. Good zombies. Personally, I don't love the zombies, but I know the community loved Black Ops 2 zombies. You know, you had Origins, Mob of the Dead. People loved Buried. So, you know, Black Ops 2, you know, good zombies. And the campaign was really good, too. I think that's an underrated part of the game. The campaign was really good in Black Ops 2. But that's about everything for me. You know, that's my list of the best Call of Duty games, or every Call of Duty game ranked in the past decade. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Help me on that road to 600 subscribers. Shout out to my man Zazu. He broke 600 before the year's end. Shout outs to him. If you haven't already, go subscribe to him. Check him out. Links in the description down below. And check out Cody for editing this video. And I'll see you guys next time.